All right, so now we're going to look at the stock market for 1 to 3 months. We're going to look at the SPY. We have upgraded the stock market slightly based on the current translation. I spoke about translation when I looked at Apple. It's essentially how the movement lays out within each cycle pattern. I'm going to move from Apple here to SPY so you get a good idea. So here's the SPY cycle analysis. Again, as I showed last week, let me just move this out to a 10-year. As I showed last week, I showed this great big megaphone top that we believe it's a top, and moving up, and we get up today to 369, and you can see the cycle rhythms in here and how each of these cycle patterns bring you declines into these lows right over here. This was 6.7%, 6%, 35% in the COVID crash, 10.8% in this pullback right over here, and each of those yellow areas are where you expect to get pretty good declines as market corrects. We're not really near that yet, but it does begin around late January, beginning of February, for what we think might be the first leg down, as you could see that noted right over there. So let's take a look here at a little closer look, and what we can see is that we're moving up to these fib extension levels right in here. 371, 375 approximately is where we expect it to meet some resistance. And I see this mid-cycle, or this minor cycle decline that's projected right over here. That's in alignment with what I just showed in the Apple analysis, where we expect it to come down for a couple of weeks and then to be moving up again, and then get up into these next resistance areas right over there. And then the risks really pick up. I talk about this in the big picture analysis I did last Thursday, so please do watch that video. I show 7 charts and some charts that you've never seen before that I think really speak to trouble that's coming out there in 2021. Nobody wants to believe that because they believe that the Fed and money printing will hold the market up forever. However, I'm going to show you why that's not the case. So this shows you that the pullback in here is likely to be to about 358. That's that support level right over there. That's the intermediate 23.6%. If they sold it really hard, this is 351. I really doubt that. I don't think that there could be that much selling right now based on what we're seeing in a lot of these patterns. So minor pullback, only 358. This is an upgrade on the translation. What's happening is that the peak right over here is getting later in the cycle. The later in the cycle it is, the more brief of a decline and the shallower it is. Here you could see where it rallied up here and then only left a couple of weeks for a decline. It was really fast and then began moving up again. On this minor cycle here, it did the same thing, where the spiders moved down from 323 to 295, so that was over 200 and something points in the SPX. This one right over here was from 358 down to about 326, so that was over 300 points in the SPX right there, and that's pretty reasonable to expect to get. Right now we're looking at maybe 110 points in SPX for a pullback over the next couple weeks, and then moving up again. That's really what we're looking at. It's what this analysis says, and you can see in here the consistency of those cycle rhythms that look very, very clear. So that is a look at the stock market, where we are looking for a pullback in the next couple of weeks of really modest 100 points or so in the S&P 500, and then moving up again. What we always bring you is the sum of the evidence. When we look at cyclical rhythms, momentum conditions, support resistance levels, those are to us the very, very key ways to identify market movements and understanding market conditions. And in this case, what we've had in here was this upward turn in momentum right over here, and it's been continuing to show you that. If you look right over here where momentum turned up, it was absolutely spectacular. The minor cycle brought you no dip in momentum, and it continued. Here where momentum turned down, it brought you that correction right there, but then resumed right back up. So momentum, really one of the key ways to be successful in the market is really understanding it, and we focus on that, and you can learn all about that by using our chart streams also, which is just starting the beta today. So if you didn't see my demonstration on chart streams, do go back and see what I showed on that earlier in the show, in case you're just watching a clip here or rolled forward to the stock market analysis.